go ahead and answer the question right now. What do you do with your old computers? Are you someone who just hands them down, or do you sell them? Do you give them away? Do you donate them? What do you do with your old computers? Do you just keep them forever? Do you really live in a place that has that much room? And maybe you're still on your first computer. I'm most certainly not. I got a top 5 list here of what you can do with your old computers, submitted by Jonathan Wilson. He says, one thing I find in most of my hometown is that people tend to throw out their old computers, even though there's nothing wrong with them. But I tend to think that it's more about the need to use newer software than that those older computers can't run, which is why I thought I'd write a top 5 reasons on how to still use those old computers for... Number 1, servers. If you're technically inclined, you can turn those computers into a server for some use, whether it be web, email, chat, vent, or so on. And if you want, you could throw a Linux distribution, even if it ran off a CD, like a live CD. It would make a wonderful, even file-sharing server, potentially. And that leads into number 2, storage. Instead of having to worry about losing all the files, you could set up the old computer as kind of a backup computer. Install Windows on it maybe, and share a few folders, then copy all the files to it on a daily basis over the network. That way you never have to worry about losing data since it's in a central location. Number 3, DVR. Depending on how old your computer is, you could always put a cheap TV tuner in another port and then hook it up into a TV. You could also use it for time shifting your favorite shows if you watch them live through the computer. Number 4, virus protection. If you are afraid of getting viruses on your computer, try using the old computer with the operating system that can run the best on it. Install an antivirus program, download all the programs you'd like to use on it, a legit way he's talking about here, and then use that computer to scan the programs for viruses. If it's safe, you could either download it to the other computer, or you could use the intranet, to clarify, or to transfer the files over to your other computers. The one caveat to that is, if you are setting it up as a sandbox of sorts, I wouldn't even connect it to the internet at all, because you never really know what's going to be on there, and you want to keep it completely away from the rest of your network. Number 5, streaming. If you're interested in streaming live over the internet, then you can get a webcam that is compatible with your operating system you're using, and use it for streaming. That way you aren't using up all your resources on your newer, faster computer. He throws in a bonus here. If you have young kids in school, you can use the older computers for teaching them how to use the computer skills for when they get older, for letting them play around with it, let them how to figure out how to use it. That way, if it gets messed up, you don't have to worry about all of that important stuff being lost. So, these are really good ideas. What you might be able to do with something that, may seem less useful. For me, it's either giving it to a family member who may need it, or in the case when I have a surplus of PCs, you know what happens? I do giveaways, and I think we have a giveaway coming up. When is it? On the 29th? I forgot. I don't know. We give PCs away so regularly around here, I've kind of lost track. So anyway, just interested in what you guys think about this. If you have any other ideas, feel free to pass them along. If you got any other good lists that I might be able to share with the rest of the community, you can send me an email. Chris@Pirillo.com is how you get a hold of me. And you can normally find me sitting here working. Yeah, I know, I'm boring to watch when I work. But I'm doing some interesting things for the rest of the community, believe it or not. And you should believe it. And I've talked about it before, and I'll talk about it again. But if you'd want to talk tech with the rest of us, you're free to join us anytime, day or night. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's, pretty much day and night. Even if you live in a part of the world where, it's all night all the time, or like half the year. Anyway, as long as you have an internet connection, you can get over to us at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.